Hey y'all, thank you so much for coming back to Fluffy Girl TV, where we talk about real fat girl shit from a real fat girl's perspective. I'm your girl, Ebbi Nicole, and I just wanted to share something with y'all. I have been seeing and hearing, and people have been falling in my inbox. For those of you that are new to our channel, and I always say our channel, honey, because this is not about me. This is about us, okay? Fluffy girls. But they've been following in my Instagram and in my Facebook to ask me about the surgery that I had in May. It's called VSG for short, but vertical sleeve, more known as vertical sleeve surgery. So I just wanted to come to y'all and share on YouTube on a broader perspective 5 things to keep in mind and consider when you are considering undergoing VSG surgery. Now, this shit was so real, y'all, that I had to write it down, okay? So I got some points that I want to make sure I hit because there's been this surge, people getting the vertical sleeve surgery. So for those of you that don't know what it is, basically they go in, they literally remove 80% of your stomach. Yeah, you heard me. 80% of your stomach and the inside, where you're left with 20%. As a result, your appetite is curbed. You're able to take in small amounts, but more often. So your metabolism speeds up. You, I don't know what the hell they did inside, but you have less cravings for like your sugary, your fatty, your carby type of foods. Or that's what's supposed to happen, okay? And it overall, you end up losing weight. Now, I want to be clear and say VSG surgery, y'all, is a tool. I don't know what you heard, but it's a tool. And it's not even one of the 5 things, by the way, but it's a tool. So what that means is it is here to assist your ass, okay? Not do all the work for you. And I just want to leave that there. And I'm going to jump into these 5 things. So the first thing that you should know about VSG surgery, y'all, this ish is a process, sis. It's a process. It's not a quick fix. It's not an easy fix, okay? There are so many loops that your ass has to jump through in order to get approved for this surgery. So first of all, you need to have had some kind of pre-existing condition. So a lot of people have diabetes, sleep apnea, with morbid obesity, and another, another kind of disease or something may be related to, that is altering your quality of life, being a fat person, right? So no, you can't just go in and be like, I want this surgery. I mean, well, you could if you want to pay out your pocket. And I'm just going to be real with y'all and keep it 100. My procedure was $11,000. So if you got it like that, you can go in there and be like, Stacks, give me this shit. But you're not. You have to go through insurance. So you have to go through insurance. Insurance can tell you a lot of shit. They can be like, yeah, so we're going to go with the no. And you need to prove to us that you have been trying to lose weight and that you've exhausted all options. So have you been to a nutritionist? Have you been working out? Are you on some kind of dietary plan? If your answer is no to these questions, they probably going to say no to your ass. Okay. As far as passing it through your insurance. So just when you think that is the biggest part, it's actually a piece of a whole. So you got insurance. So let's just say insurance says we'll allow it, but with some provisions. So they may say we need you to go to a nutritionist for 6 months. You need to see them once a month for 6 months. And that was my case. So in my case, my insurance was like, you say you did everything, girl. But we need you to go to a nutritionist. So I was not able to go in and say, I want this surgery. And they say, yeah. And they go ahead and forward it. No, it literally 6 months from them saying, we'll see. That I had to go to a dietitian for 6 months. Then I also had to undergo a psych eval. Yes, if you are considering this surgery, keep in mind, and this is all a part of this being a process. So that's point number 1. You got the insurance loops. You have the psych evaluation. Sometimes that can be done over the phone, or you can go in person. My particular clinic that I went through, they had they had options for me. So if I wanted to do it over the phone, I could, or if I wanted to do it go in person, I could do that. But that was not covered by insurance. That was an out of the pocket expense. And I'm trying to remember, was it $100 or $200? But it was out of pocket. That's not something insurance was covering. Then I had to have a procedure called an endoscopy. And I think this is pretty standard for anybody that is actually approved and wants to go through with the surgery. You have to basically, they have to send a tube through to your stomach, a camera through to your stomach, and make sure you don't have any rips or tears in your stomach, any ulcers. And of course, that just makes sense to make sure that everything is safe when it comes to the procedure, when they open you up, right? So you got insurance, you got psych exam, you have the endoscopy, you have, what I just say? Whatever the hell else I said. Oh, nutritionist. So I will say, like, my homeboy, he didn't have 6 months of nutritionist, but I did. He only had one appointment. So I think it really depends on your situation. But be that as it may, this is a process. And if you do have pre-existing conditions, they like to keep in mind, okay, your body may not be able to process your medications the same way. So we need to get you on another plan to get your body to a point where if we open you up and then you have to heal for 2 weeks, that your ass not gonna die or whatever from whatever other medications that you were on prior to. So I want to keep all of those things in mind. I want y'all to keep all those things in mind. Like, again, number one, it's a process. It is not simple jump, snap, I want this to happen today. I want to say the quickest that I have seen is 4 months, but for some people it's up to like a year. It really just depends on what needs to happen with them. And with that psych eval, so if the person who is doing your evaluation decides, okay, they're not mentally ready or stable for this process, then they might say you might need to consider therapy. And that pushes your process out even more. So I want you, number one, like I said, to keep in mind that this is a process. Oh, let me not forget the 10-day liquid diet that I had, right? So on top of all these procedures and all the poking and all the prodding and all the mental anguish with insurance, I had that 10-day liquid diet. And if y'all are interested in seeing my journey with that 10-day liquid diet, let me know, because I definitely did record it. It's just been on my Facebook page. And I literally did a countdown. And the liquid diet ain't no little bit, okay? I was confined to water, Jello, chicken broth, sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free Jello. Everything liquid. Nothing thick. Not your soups with your cream of mush. No, sis, none of that. It was straight up liquids. And I don't know if y'all have ever juiced or anything like that, but this is more intense than juice, because you're not even getting those nutrients. And so the point of that 10-day liquid diet is literally to clear out your stomach from whatever you've been eating or whatever, and to essentially shrink it. So up front, you might lose like 10 to 15 pounds in that 10 days because you're literally just taking in liquids. And so that shit's intense. Like, I thought insurance had me effed up. No, that liquid diet had me effed up. So again, if y'all would like to see that journey, that countdown, I literally did a video diary for the 10 days, and it got rough, y'all. It got real rough. I was going through some things, but if y'all want to see it, I will happily share it, because I want Fluffy Girl TV to be a light to whomever it needs that. So here to inform, like I said, real fat girl shit from real fat girl's perspective. Okay. So yes, that's number one. Number two, research. Keep in mind, research is so necessary before you decide to do something this drastic. It is called a major surgery. You are being opened up. A piece of you is being taken that has been with you your entire life. Your body does change really quickly. And so research as much as you can, but here's the caveat. Understand that everybody's journey is different. So everybody's healing process is different. Everybody's mental journey with this is different. Emotional journey. You can watch everybody's video log. You can read all of the freaking scientific journals. You can go to all of the Facebook gastric bypass and sleeve groups and see everybody else's journeys, but understand that yours is going to be unique to you. There is no amount of research that prepared me for what the hell I was going to be experiencing post-surgery. And that leads me to my next point. Keep in mind that emotional and mental trials are aplenty in this process. So for me personally, for those of you that do not know, yes, I'm here with you on Instagram, but also I am the creator of the Fluffy Girl movement, right? And so just from the name, right, we empower and inspire plus size and curvy women through body positive workshops and events and one-on-one style consulting, right? So for me personally, being a self-proclaimed OG fat girl, loving my OG fatness, right? But then deciding to have this surgery for a number of reasons. And if y'all want to know more about that, let me know. And I can make a whole video on that. And we can have that dialogue and that discussion. It has been mentally and emotionally taxing for me to see my body changing so quickly. And there are some days that I look in the mirror and I'm like, who the hell am I looking at? Who is this person? You know, I came down from a size 20. At my highest, I was 293. Currently, I am 220-ish. And I know y'all like, you don't know your stats? You don't know your numbers? No, ho, I don't. Because for me, it wasn't about the numbers on the scale. I felt like I was losing myself in my body. So hell, I didn't know myself at my fattest, and I don't know who the hell I am at this point, right? And I was really just trying to find my balance, come back to me, feel like myself. I used to be able to mob out with the best of them in college, dance my ass off. I was always a fat girl, but I had the energy and I was always moving and shaking. But at my highest weight, I couldn't stand on my feet for longer than 5 minutes. I found out I had a heart condition, and I found out that I had severe nerve damage. So I was in so much pain, and the doctors were like, I'm going to keep it real with you and be honest with you. Your heart condition is not because of your weight, but at this rate, it's only going to get worse. And all this pain that you're feeling in your body at 29 years old, the weight is not helping that. Putting all this extra weight on your joints and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, you've always been a fluffy girl, but now everybody's body has a breaking point. And I truly believe I had reached mine. You know what I mean? On top of depression and everything else, when you're seeing your body spiral and you feel like you're out of control and it ain't shit you can do about it, or that's what you feel like, there's nothing that you can do about it, or that's what you impart in yourself, ain't nothing I can do about this. And I was just spiraling, and so I was literally getting buried and burying myself under my layers of fluff, you know. And so having this surgery, it has been May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. It's been 8 months, and like I said, I'm probably about 70 to 80 pounds down, and it just came off so fast. That first 5 months was whoosh, literally. So I want you to keep in mind that emotional and mental challenges, even after the surgery, is so real. And that's a great segue into the fact that weight loss does not change your past traumas. It doesn't. And I want to spend some time on this because so after the surgery, of course, there's a lot of people that see me and it's the shock factor. It's that factor, right? A part of me feels like they're happy for me. Another part of me just is, I hate feeding into the shallowness that is the society that we live in, right? That equates thinness with healthy. That's bullshit, by the way. Stand totally against that. Speak totally against that. Because I know some fat girls can get with your ass, okay? And I know some small girls that can't go up 5 steps, okay? So weight loss does not change your past traumas, right? And it's not all of a sudden, I got a new attitude. Thanks, Mega Shake. No. Okay? Weight loss is what it is. It's a journey. But what I always get, and I'm so tired of freaking getting, is, girl, you must feel so much better. Yes, you hella snatch, sis. You must be. And I get a lot of, you must be. Things must be so much better and brighter. I've even gotten, girl, your DM must be blowing. And what I'm here to say is, first of all, I was bad at 300. Okay, I'm bad at 220. But besides what you see, when you're hearing those things from people, and they're constantly reinforcing that just because you're smaller, that everything must be okay, it's easy to trick yourself into believing that bullshit. But at the end of the day, when the wig come off and the lipstick comes off, you still are left to work through and deal with whatever may have gotten you here in the first place. For me personally, I developed a food addiction. And I don't use that lightly. I was eating when I was happy, sad, mad, frustrated, anxious, depressed. Food was celebratory for me, and it was a comforter for me. And I started literally eating my feelings, right? But that was a symptom for me. I was also dealing with a lot of grief that I had never had therapy about, losing my mother at a young age, dealing with that. Learning to push through the pain that I was feeling on a daily basis. I was dealing with that. Learning that it's okay not to smile and shuck and jive and perform. I was dealing with that, and I was being ate up by that, right? All of these things that I've been internalizing over time, and all the traumatic experiences that I've had over my life, helped lend me to seeing that food was a comfort. So when I got this surgery, it was never in my mind that this was going to be a cure-all. I saw it as a tool. But people in my life and around me, and just, friends and associates, everybody just saying, oh, you must be so much better. Without that weight, the weight has literally lifted off of you. That childhood trauma you've been dealing with washed away with those 70 pounds. That the hurt that you've been dealing with, feeling like you're not good enough. Oh, it must be out the window. I want to encourage you all that are considering this surgery, or the lap band, or gastric bypass, whatever, any surgery such as this, it is not a cure-all, and it is not going to be your therapist just because you can see your clavicle now. Okay, keep the shits in mind. I know I was on that for a while, but I felt like we needed to let that muster. Okay. And number 5, I said this was 5 things that you want to consider when you're considering VSG surgery. Number 5, this is a life altering decision. Okay. I've gotten people in my inbox asking me about my journey. I think people really want me to be an advocate and jumping for joy about it, and just go, let them cut the whole stomach out, darling. No. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all and let you know this is a life-altering decision. What do I mean by that? You have to take vitamins for the rest of your life. And we're not talking about your Flintstone kids vitamins, okay? We are talking, yes, your multivitamin, that's one. Your calcium with D3 in it. Yeah, I didn't know what the hell that was either. Look it up, okay? But your calcium with citrate and some more shit with D3 in it, okay? You have to take iron. You have to take B12. And I want to be candid with y'all. When you don't do these things, then you start to see things like hair loss. I had to cut my hair really short because, of course, I didn't believe fat meat was greasy, although I've had fat meat all my life and I still do. Yes, darling. I experienced hair loss. My edges is like, big word. What edges? So y'all gonna see me. You saw me with my do-rag situations. You'll see me with some colorful hair. And then you're gonna see my real hair. So it's fly or whatever. It's fly. But I ain't got no damn edges. And baby girl, it's just been breaking off because I have not been doing my due diligence to keep up with this body as it is. When they cut out 80% of your stomach, you are losing a lot of enzymes and things that help your body function as it has been for your whole life, right? So they're taking out 80% of that stomach, and now you're having to retrain your body. Okay, so you don't naturally have those vitamins. You have to put those back in. So again, like I said, you have iron, you got your multivitamin, you have your B12, and that your calcium, right? So, you know, because your bones can be brittle. You can experience, like I said, the hair loss. I don't know if y'all know, but like B12 and iron helps with your mood. So I've talked to a lot of people, and myself included. Without these vitamins, you're experiencing depression in a major way. So again, it's a life-altering decision. You are disrupting your relationship with food. So if you're dealing with a food addiction like myself, this shit is tough. This shit is hard. This shit is this shit. Okay. And I don't want you to take that lightly. So now when I see my plates, I have to either have it on a small plate, or when I go out, I have to ask for a to-go box immediately because my mind wants to eat everything on this plate. My mind wants to get through it. My mind wants to say, don't waste that food. Like I was raised to, right? You know, a lot of y'all was raised, a lot of us were raised like, don't waste food. And so you're only able to take in a small portion of food at a time. So yes, you'll probably eat more frequently, but that chicken dinner, that salmon dinner that you wanted with the baked potato and the broccoli, you're like, I'm gonna smash this shit. No, you're not. You're probably gonna have that for 2 to 3 more sittings. You know what I mean? Depending on how you are. And with me personally, it is a real struggle because since I want to eat, I'm pushing it, and you can make yourself sick, right? You can make yourself sick. If you do it too early, you can tear your incisions in the inside. There's so much that goes with this surgery, and it is life altering. So the vitamins, the relationship with the food, and also since you're losing weight so quickly, your you might experience a whole bunch of loose skin, right? So you need to be exercising. You're taking that calcium to keep your bones and stuff strong. But if you just sit on it, you can watch those deteriorate, feeling weak and things like that. So you have to exercise. Y'all, it is so much that goes along with this. And I'm happy to give y'all more information. I'm happy to do more videos. If y'all want more in depth on something else, you want me to expand on something, my journey, that 10-day liquid diet, preparation for the surgery, let me know. Comment, subscribe to this channel. Again, Fluffy Girl TV, man, we talking all fat girl shit from a fat girl's perspective. That is what we are doing. That is what we are here to do. It is not all glitz, glam, glamour, boom, pow, lights, camera, action. There are some real issues that I want us to touch on. And with the surge of weight loss surgery, there's a lot that comes along with that, y'all. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm going to recap for y'all 5 things to know and 5 things to consider if you're considering vertical sleeve surgery. 1, it's a process. 2, weight loss does not change past traumas. 3, keep in mind the emotional and the mental changes that can happen with you post-surgery. 4, research is necessary. Okay, but understand that everybody's journey is different, including yours. Okay, and 5, this is a life-altering decision. This shit ain't nothing to play with. I'm gonna keep it 115% with y'all. VSG surgery, any of these surgeries, they are tools. If you do not do the work, your ass will plateau and reverse. Yes, you can reverse. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. If you all have any questions, comments, concerns, honey, drop them. Drop them low, girl. Drop them low, girl. I'm happy to share. And again, it's been your favorite fluffy girl, Ebbi Nicole, here with you in Fluffy Girl TV. Peace, blessings, and remember, honey, subscribe. Mwah.